Everybody, and welcome to the first round of the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship, coming to you live here from Silverstone. 24 cars go towards Copse, and it looks like it's a... Oh, we've got a yellow flag waved at the back. I think we've got a staller, but the rest of the field are away, and it's Mirko Bortolotti who takes the lead. It was a terrible start from Monras, who slotted into second place. I think that's Will Bratt running a little bit wide as they make their way down towards Beckett's and Maggots for the first time. There is Bortolotti then. Will Bratt lying in second position in that white and red machine. Let's try and pick up who's in third place. I think Monras has managed to hold on into third place. Yes, he has. And then it's Alex Brundle right behind him. And then I think it's Marinescu actually has made a cracker of a start. Is that Marinescu up into fifth place? We'll see as they come across the line. Bortolotti weaving, Alex Brundle on the attack. Oh, going on the cement dust there was Miki Monras. That almost put him off the circuit. That was obviously put there after some car had laid some oil down earlier on in the race, but I think that is Marinescu a long way up the order. There's Ramon Pinheiro, the Spaniard, braking very, very late, trying to go around the outside of Marinescu, not quite close enough. Zanella was flying in there, the Swiss driver. It's all kicking off as they make it through Club Corner, but a poor start for Miki Monras, Joliam.
Yeah, Monras looked like he got a good initial getaway, but then he really bogged it, and he might have even had to double clutch to avoid stalling the car, which allowed Will Bratt to get around the outside. He was lucky really not to lose the place to Brundle as well, who's been quick in testing, and I'm sure he'll put pressure on him now.
So we're now into the new arena section of the circuit, through the village right-hander, now this left-hander, which is known as the loop, before the very quick left-hander at Atri, which is really an acceleration zone, I think.
I think Brundle's just made a mistake, and he looks like he's lost the place to Marinescu in the background there.
Well, let's see as they come through. In fact, there's a bit break. Oh, flying back onto the track, Petrov style. Who was that? I think that might have been Jack Clark. Yeah, Jack Clark. But now Brundle is sending one up the inside. Is that going to end well? He's just about got a bit of an overlap. I think that's on Pinheiro. It is. So Pinheiro just about holding off Alex Brundle, who's trying to nose up the inside into Lovefield. Not really an overtaking opportunity. But yeah, good spot there, Jolian. We didn't quite see what happened to Alex Brundle, but he's coming under all sorts of pressure. And now he's going to the outside of Pinheiro as they make their way into Copse. Around the outside isn't going to work, is it? No, Pinheiro holds the line up the inside. See, now here's a couple of scraps coming into Copse Corner. There's Snegeroff, the number 10 machine, heading out towards Beckett's and Maggots now. There is Tobias Hagevold then. He's in 7th. Then it's Clark. And, no, sorry, that's Gladys. I apologise. That's Gladys behind Johannes Theobald. So it's Johannes Theobald in that 22 car. And then it's Tom Gladys and Theobald moving over to the left-hand side very quickly, just desperately trying to lose a bit of a toe. And then behind them, Ibrahim is coming under pressure from Snooks. And Theobald, oh, this is nice and close, isn't it? Only about a car length between them on the apex now. If Gladys can get on the boost button here, he may well be able to make an opportunity. He's right in the slipstream. Johannes Theobald goes defensive early on, forcing Gladys to the outside of Brooklands, which is always going to be tough. And as a result, he's gone in deep, Theobald just about gets it gathered back up and hits the apex once more. But that was, he's trying to squeeze at the inside of Lovefield, and he's just about going to make it through. Good battle here, and Gladys, they're absolutely wheel to wheel. Gladys has the inside line for Woodcote, and that was an opportunistic move. I'm presuming Theobald went deep into Lovefield. Yeah,
that was a really good move from Gladys. He took his opportunity well. Gladys initially hit the boost coming into the straight in Brooklands. I think Theobald responded with the boost, and then as he was going a little bit quicker in, sent it far too quickly into the corner, ran wide, and Gladys pounced into Lovefield.
It's not over yet though, is it? Because they're still scrapping. I thought Theobald might have a little look into Maggots and Beckett's, but that's a brave move. I think we saw Hamilton pull it off in GP2 a few years ago, but this has allowed Max Snegeroff to come right up behind Theobald, so it's a 3-car train heading down into Stowe. I think he's used his boost all over the cement. He goes as Theobald looks to the outside. Snegeroff is hanging on the inside. He's going to go around the outside of Stowe. Surely that's not going to work. Gets a little bit sideways. He manages to, well, he's cut all across the runoff area there. Surely that's not going to be allowed as they break down into the Vale. This is a fantastic scrap, and they're wheel to wheel, and Gladys just about holds on, but here's Max Snegeroff to take both of them through Club. Absolutely fantastic, and Snegeroff holds the position. Gladys goes flying off wide, and he's still on the grass. This is ridiculous stuff, and there's contact on the run up into Abbey. They almost go flying off the circuit. Somehow they're all still on the track.
What a scrap, and Theobald on the boost into Stowe there, and actually being a bit naughty on the exit, using the green Astro to gain a bit of an advantage and an overlap on Gladys. And their kerfuffle allowed Snegerev up the inside, and now Theobald's dropping back even further.
Yeah, Ibrahim's involved there as well. So Ibrahim is now behind Snooks, and then is that Mikkel Mack? Yeah, Mikkel Mack, the youngest driver in the field. The Dane is in the white car with the black rear, who's just heading into Brooklands corner now. So, well, we can all just get our breath back here after that was, I mean, wheel-to-wheel contact going into Abbey is never really a good idea, is it?
No, I can't believe they came out of that unscathed, to be honest. That was a really hairy moment. I'm sure Tom Gladys would have been half expecting to be in the wall after that, bouncing along the outside on Abbey, but they both got away with it, and it'll be interesting now to see Snegerev's pace now he's got clear of the field.
Well, here's the replay, and the man to watch for is Max Snegerev in the silver car there. Look, he takes a nice wide line into club and just dives up the inside of both of them. And then, well, it's not over here, is it? Because Gladys just keeps his foot in him on the grass. I mean, this is brave stuff, Jolyon. As Johannes Theobald makes his way through the new arena complex, Bortolotti comes across the line to start his 13th lap, just flashing through Copse there. Now, this battle for second is... it's fairly stale at the moment, isn't it? About 7 or 8 tenths of a second between them for the whole time. And are they going to be kind of saving their boost at this point?
Well, yeah, I would have thought so. Monras might, or Bratt might have saved their boost. It's hard to know, but yeah, Monras just struggling at the moment in that dirty air zone. He's just lost front downforce in behind the turbulent air of Will Bratt, which means he's picking up more understeer through the high-speed corners, and therefore he can't get on the power quite as early as he's waiting to pick up the power. But if he's got boost left, then he might be able to use some of that to get past that zone and maybe have a look at Will later on in the race.
Oh, we've got Theobald and Snooks off, but we said they were in close company. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to suggest they've come together. Is that at Luffield, I think, perhaps, right at the end of the lap? I think that could well be. So Johannes Theobald out of this race. Here's a replay. Talk us through it, Joe.
Well, it looks like Snooks on the outside. On the inside, it looks like Brooklands. And he's kept his car on the inside, and really Theobald maybe should have yielded that position. Snooks was right up the inside, and then he kept his foot in on the inside again at Luffield.
And that is Kralev and Sunghak Munn. We were watching them scrap earlier. That is down at the new section, isn't it? That's the left-hander at the loop, and let's hope Sunghak Munn can get going again, and a puncture for Alex Brundle. So it's all kicking off now on lap 16. Alex Brundle is, well, he's going to get a tyre change, I'd imagine, but it's going to drop him right down the order. That's a disaster. So there's our leader, Mirko Bortolotti, making his way, and there, well, that's what a 6.5 second gap looks like on the telly. He is ahead of Bratt and Monras as they make their way through Copse. But I mean that's effectively Brundle's race over, isn't it? As after that puncture.
Yeah, he'll be in and out of a tyre change. He'll get back out, but he will fall to the back, and it's a real shame for Alex. He was looking like he was going to get a solid points finish, so that'll be a real blow for him. But fortunately, there's a second qualifying tomorrow, and I'm sure he'll be back with a vengeance tomorrow.
So we've got the yellow flags out in sector 2 at the moment as they make their way into Stowe corner. We have Ben Constanduros is hoping to talk to Kelvin Snooks. And he's got him, so we'll hear from them now.
Yes, indeed, I do. Kelvin, we're about to see on the screen your accident. You've brought the car into the pits. It's damaged and you're out. What's the problem with the car?
I think there are no problems, but yeah, I spun, so I thought, yeah, now I see the screams. You see that I'm on the inside, but then he's steering to the left. I think it was not necessary what he did.
And then more contact later on?
Yeah, twice we had contact, because he was out of the track. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, but I think at the beginning it was not necessary that he came into me.
Thanks very much, Kelvin. Sorry to see you go.
Thank you very much, Ben, for that investigative journalism down there in the pit lane. Not a happy man, Kelvin Snooks, is he? And we can't really blame him. He makes a valid point there that Theobald was, completely off the racetrack, all 4 wheels over the white line. So the incident between cars 8 and 30, which is Plamen Kralev and Sunghak Munn, will be investigated by the stewards after the race. So there'll be no action taken on that, probably because Plamen Kralev is out of the race, so it'd be a bit harsh to penalise one of them if they're still running, but Sung Hak-man is now 2 laps down. Brundle is back out, and well, he's set his fastest lap of the race that time around, because they probably put, I don't know if they can put all 4 new tyres on. And also the incident between Johannes Theobald, I think that must be a mistake, because it says car 4 Mirko Bortolotti, but I can only assume that's meant to be 12 Kelvin Snooks as the second place battle makes it through. So I'm assuming it's the Theobald and Snooks collision that will be investigated, not Theobald and Bortolotti. And now he is heading through Woodcote. He's set purple sectors each time around as he comes across to start the final lap then, and he sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1 minute 52.281. This has been a commanding drive from Mirko Bortolotti, and he only has 3.666 miles to go before he claims the opening round win in the Formula 2 Championship. Bratt and Monras, the gap's dropped down now to 1.4 seconds. Bratt seems to be getting quicker, and Monras seems to be getting slower. Bratt set his fastest lap of the race, but Monras was some 0.7 of a second off the pace. So, you know, unless he's kind of given up, realised he can't get past. But Bortolotti just keeps on going. Another purple first sector. This is an impressive drive.
Yeah, really impressive from Mirko Bortolotti. After a year out in GP3 last year, he's come back, and he's been near the top in practice, but never at the top. But qualifying today, he really showed his mettle, and now this is a dominant performance. He's got more than 6 seconds clear of Bratt, and he's still setting purple sectors on his last lap.
He's about to lap Parthiva Sureshwaran, who I don't think we've mentioned all race, but Parthiva is out there, the Indian driver in the number 33 car, that dark blue machine, heading down into Village, the red, white and gold Formula 2 machine, which looks a bit like a Lotus of old, doesn't it, as they make their way into the left-hander now. Through Aintree comes Mirko Bortolotti, and don't think he's going to go purple in the middle sector, but if he sets the fastest lap on the race, if he sets 2 consecutive fastest laps on the last 2 laps of the race, it'll be a very impressive performance indeed. No, it's just it's not even a personal best in the middle sector, but I don't think it's going to matter, because he took the lead straight away from the start. A very impressive start as Monras kind of held up the field behind with his poor lap. But the first race of the FIA Formula 2 Championship sees Mirko Bortolotti take the victory then. P1 for Bortolotti, a commanding drive, a 52, setting his fastest lap of the race on the penultimate lap. There is Will Bratt taking second place. Here's confirmation then of the finishing result. Ramon Pinheiro in 5th, Tobias Hagervold in 6th. Christopher Zanella, we didn't talk about him much, but he managed to end up in 7th place after starting in 10th, and not that many in front of him really fell.
I'm very, very happy. It was a perfect race, perfect start. We had a good car, I have to be honest. We did a very good job yesterday. So I'm very, very happy. I have to thank my engineer, my mechanics, everybody who is involved.
So Mirko Bortolotti takes the first win of the 2010 FIA Formula 2 Championship.